Hey guys, it's Jules again. I've come back from a long debated wait of what I'm going to be doing with this channel, and I've decided to dedicate it mostly to my gameplay. And I am going to be doing some game reviews of some more obscure titles that a lot of people don't seem to pick up off the shelf because either they look too childish or maybe it's just the title of the game that people don't like. Who knows? I mean, I just recently found a very good title, which is an RPG title called Fantasy Life for the 3DS. It's actually really good despite the chibi style of gameplay. Now the graphics might not be what people consider to be of high quality, but the gameplay itself is very, very good, and it functions at a good high rate, as well as another factor added in. Most RPG style games will have you choose one battle class. One. Now keep that in mind as I go on to explain this one. This game you can start out with one, but later in the game you are not restricted to that one choice. You can change your mind later on if you want. You can, I don't know, I decided to pick one class and I decided to go with it for a while. Well, I started out with what they called the Carpenter class in the game, and it made me a lot of money, so I could easily buy armor if I wanted it. And as time went on, I got higher and higher rank, and I thought, well shoot, I'm going to need to be able to collect materials for this. And they obviously have a class for that too. Because most times they obviously already have those classes in other games to coincide with one another. You know, like a healer, going with maybe your swordsman to be a backup, or having an archer and a mage together because the archer can fight from long range while this mage could be either white or battle-based magic. And it's like that in that sense. Now, this game might seem childish at first, but to be honest, it kind of plays up with the scale of impending doom that Final Fantasy will play with. Like something's falling from the sky, it's gonna destroy the entire world if it hits. Well, this game plays along the same factor. The planet Lunares, or pretty much what people call the moon in this game, is going to fall from the sky itself. The sky is treated like a shell, and Lunares is the hole in that shell, leading to where gods and other celestial beings live. Now, these so-called doomstones that have been falling are pieces of the sky falling, meaning that the entire shell of the sky is crumbling. Pretty big scale to go off of for something that looks like this. Now that's my character right now, but that's only because I'm in a class that I can't wear all my armor, which kind of sucks. Yeah, that is a little bit of a downside, that you can't wear all your armor that you just recently got. Like, I'm up to like gold plating and such. And it's a little downside that I can't wear it with other classes, like the angler class or anything else. But any class that you really need to gather materials for construction, such as the mining class, the blacksmith class, the woodcutter class, and the carpenter class, you can wear that armor. But a bonus to have is to go into the paladin class and level up as much as you can. Then you can get really good weapons to go along with that armor. Mind you, with all that gold armor, my own attack and defense itself is insane for something that's like a level 40 right now. Now you see what I mean by the very chibi-esque graphics? But that's nothing to complain about because there's a lot of good games out there with, well, chibi-like graphics. Talk Bravely Default. Most of their sprites in game are considered chibi. Another thing about this that I really enjoy is the fact that when you change classes, you're not limited to what class you've changed to. As long as you're at the right level with the other class, you can still use the skills. Say the carpenter and woodcutter. If you're, say, a lower level woodcutter than you're a carpenter, that doesn't matter. If you're a higher level carpenter, woodcutter and a lower level carpenter, it doesn't sync up well. because, well, you can't use this wood you've now cut. And it just fills inventory space. And speaking of inventory space, another awesome thing about this game is you can upgrade your bag and such. And it's really awesome to add that in, that you don't have to physically gather materials for this, but rather you gain achievements through what they call bliss points, right there. And you can easily use those bliss points to upgrade things. Now the only reason I got a lot of this stuff right now is because, well, I'm pretty far in the game. I'm like chapter 6, chapter 7 in the game. And, well, it was really difficult to get that far. Trust me, some of the quests are not easy, but it adds a lot of good stuff to it. Added on with that is the factor that you can pretty much make everything you have, which is incredibly cool. And the materials are a decent amount of pricing to them, and along with that, you can, as I said, pretty much make everything. Carpenter makes a lot of tools, blacksmith makes a lot of weapons, and some armors, and believe it or not, there's a tailor class that you can make as much clothing as you'd like. So if you're a mage or anything else, that's your class to go with it, because it allows you to pretty much upgrade from whatever, like robes or whatnot you have, to the next level. Now mind you, this game is a little slow in its pacing at times, but remember, the gameplay on it functions so well. Only thing I'll have to complain about is that you can't select certain things in the field while you have your weapon equipped. That's the only minor complaint that I have, and it's just because it's a little time consuming. Mind you, most of these items and such that I have were very hard to gather. And another thing that's awesome about this game is you can access your storage from whenever you're crafting. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can still get at the stuff that you've put away. Say I'm in a chef class and, oh shoot, I forgot all my fish and such at home. I can't make this dish now. But wait, when you go into the crafting menu, you can still make it. Here. As I just explain a little bit more about that system, I'll go and show you this neat thing, because it is really, really cool how this game's managed to implement a lot of things that people keep complaining about in some RPGs. Like, oh, the maps are too big. Well, if the maps are too big, you have your own guide paladins that can take you from place to place, as well as a good airship system and a semi-airship system that will take you to any locations on the map, such as caves and such, while the major airship will take you to cities. Anywhere there's an airship, you can go. And trust me, it was really difficult. Oh shoot, I forgot my bag is full. Dang it. Oh well, I gotta get rid of something. I am so dumb for not preparing for that. Okay, I got one item gone and I can see if I can cook something. Let's see what I can do. And I like this part best about the crafting system. This is the most fun part. It's because it's a lot like a little mini game. Now I can't show you directly because if I do, I can't focus on the game and the screen kind of glares with my camera. I will be getting a better camera and microphone soon, so just be a little patient, I guess. It's complicated, I swear. But this game is rather fun in the sense of, well, you can pretty much do whatever you'd like. But, oh, come on. There's gotta be something I put away. Dang it, I don't think I put anything away in storage. I think what I put away in storage is all like seafood. Yeah, here it is. See? See how you would think, oh, well, I can't make that because I don't have any of these in my inventory, but look at the storage. See? I could still use them because I technically have them. So, voila. If I could show you this thing though. I swear I would, because it is so much fun. Here, let me turn down the exposure and see if I can get this to work. Dang it, this is difficult. I can shift over here. I think I could do this. Yeah, I can do this. Now watch as I go. See how it's like a minigame? But each area is different. It's like the best thing about this is you're not just, click a couple buttons and you'll craft this. You have to forcibly do this until you get to the auto, like where you're good enough at it that you can auto create it. It's hilariously funny. By the way, did I mention this game is also a multiplayer? How fun is that? You can play with your friends too. I mean, saying once again, it's kind of an obscure title, so you might be a little hard pressed to find anyone to play it with. I haven't found anyone to play it with, but I've already enjoyed the single player functions, which is fun as all hell. I will complain about one class, which would be the mage class, and I've always complained about mage classes being a little boring. But other than that, this game is a good solid ranking on my scale of 1 to 10. In fact, it might be an 11. I've been addicted to it ever since I got it. God. I know it sounds silly. It's not even made by like Square Enix or anything, which is crazy. Like I wouldn't imagine it to be made by another company. I believe the case is here. Yeah, see? Here's the case. This ain't made by Square Enix. Which is ridiculous to me. It is published by Nintendo though. So, there's that. But I believe the company might be in this. So I will look through this really quick. Who made this? Because it is fun as all heck. Alright. Yeah. That's even better. You don't have to flip through all the pages. They even give you a little mini map. This is another good thing for a lot of games. Just give them a proper sheet with all the basic controls and such on it. Don't give them a booklet full of all the functions. Let the player find out about these functions, unless, like, it's a function that'll be really hard to learn how to use. That takes the fun out of playing the game. Doesn't anyone want to, like, enjoy it anymore? It is weird, though. I can't find the publisher. I think it's like something to do with level. I don't know. I don't remember. I can post it in the description once I have done this video because I will go and Google it. But in the meantime, that's all I have to say for now. But if you guys are going out and looking for a new RPG game to play, and maybe don't want to go for something as big as like Final Fantasy, because that's like, keep telling a lot of my friends, it's a series that doesn't make a lot of sense unless you like look at it from the beginning. And nobody has the original Final Fantasy or any of the other ones, or the Final Fantasy for the GameCube. By the way, that one was pretty hilarious. But that's all I got for this time. And I promise I will come back to you guys later with a Pokemon video, no less. And I have a special thank you to say to a couple YouTubers that got me back into the competitive scene. But until then, this is Jules Max, signing off. Bye!